Hello everyone, this is Catalina from daydreamingtoreality.com, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make beautiful cake toppers with your Cricut Maker or your Cricut Explore. Whatever machine you have, it will work perfectly for this project. In today's tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful happy birthday cake topper from beginning to end, adding the text in Cricut Design Space, the cutting process, everything. I'm also gonna be showing you other cake toppers I made and that I have files for you to download so you can make cake toppers for Christmas, baby shower, Valentine's Day, you name it. I have really good resources for you today. So with that said, let's just go to the computer and see the steps you need to take to make this beautiful cake topper. Before we continue, I want to show you the article I was talking about in the introduction of my video, where you can download the files in case you want to do other cake toppers, the ones I'm going to be showing you at the end of this video. They're right here. You can learn how to make this beautiful cake topper as well. And this is the cake topper we're going to be doing today, but with other colors. I'm going to teach you how to connect the letters, how to make everything perfect so it stays together. You know, I always like to give a step-by-step tutorial extremely well for the people that like watching video and for the people that like reading. This is what we're going to be doing today, but I wanted to show you here. These are some of the other cake toppers I have for you. Another happy birthday, but with a different type of font. These two other cake toppers are really cute for baby showers. It's a girl and it's a boy. Merry Christmas for a wedding, and then for years 1 to 5. If you have little ones and want to make a cute cake topper, it's perfect. And then love, and this one over here that can also work. If you want to download them, just click on these buttons down here and then save them to your computer. They're ready for you to save. Perfect. And here are more examples. Anyway, this is a really good article, so make sure you go to my website and download them because they're free and you can use them for all of your personal projects. Now, with that said, let's just get started with our cake topper. Now, with the cake topper, there is something very particular, and is the fact that everything needs to stay together. And sometimes it's really hard for us to see what are the parts that are gonna fall out when you are done cutting your project. So I'm gonna teach you how to do it right now. First, we're gonna do something simple. Let's write happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Perfect. Now, this font is a little bit boring for me. I don't know about you, but I like something a little bit more fun. So I'm gonna change the font from a child's ear. I like how silly this font is. We have our text, what we want our cake topper to say. And what we need to do now is to arrange it in a way that everything is gonna be staying together. And to do that, we are going to separate each layer so we can edit it on its own. And we're gonna change proportions. We're gonna make some a little bit bigger, other ones a little bit smaller. It doesn't matter. Here, the important part is to have fun and just follow your creativity and what you like is your project. To do that, click here on Advanced, and we are going to select and group to layers. Perfect. If you've been here before, you know that I always like to save my project as I go because Cricut doesn't have autosaves. Let me do the happy birthday cake topper. Perfect. I'm gonna save it here. Now, I know that now you can see I can edit each letter on its own. I already know I want the happy part to be on top of birthday. So I'm gonna select all of these 5 letters and I'm gonna place them on top just to make my life easier and don't have to move each one of them. I'm gonna try to center them as much as I can. And now it's gonna be time for us to edit each letter on its own. This is the most consuming part of the process, but it's also the most important because you have to make sure that everything stays, it overlaps, everything needs to be together. Because if you don't calculate well, guess what? Some letters are gonna fall out of your project and that's no fun. So I'm gonna keep doing this, like that. And I'm just gonna try to make everything look good and beautiful and professional. And I'm gonna, with this sort of projects, you have to go back and forth and see what is looking good, what is looking bad, and changing it. Now look at here. This is the eye. And this is the best example I have to show you about making sure that everything stays together and overlap. It has the little dot. If I don't join this dot with another letter, that dot is gonna completely disappear when I take my project out of the mat. It's gonna be non-existent. So I'm gonna make sure I connect it like this. Perfect. It's connected to the H. Now I'm gonna increase the size of the R. I'm recreating this project again, so it's gonna look a little bit different than the cake topper I showed you in the preview, because I like to make sure I test everything before I show you a tutorial. But let me just keep joining the letters and making sure everything looks good to me. Here, for instance, I unlocked the proportions so I can make things look a little bit better. I'm gonna make this be a little bit bigger here so I can connect it with maybe the D, the A. Let me see here. As you can see, it took me a while for me to connect all of the letters. And that's okay, take your time, because it's your project, and with crafting, sometimes things take time. And when you are done connecting all of the letters and making sure nothing can fall out after the cutting process, select them all and weld them. But let me show you why first. Now here you have, let's change the color. We're gonna cut this banner blue. As you can see, everything is in a single layer, and we need to convert all of these letters into a single shape. And to do that, we're gonna select them all, and then we're gonna click here on the weld button. And now it's a single layer. You can see it here. You could cut the cake topper as it is, but something that I like to do is to add a background color to the cake topper. Why? Because I just don't like a white plain color on my cake. This thing that you have to place the cake in a perfect position just so that ugly part of the back of the cake topper can be seen, I don't like it. I always like to make sure that when I'm crafting, every single little detail of my project looks perfect. And we are going to make a really beautiful cake topper that you can be proud of when it's facing forward or facing backward. To do that, we are going to select the cake topper and we're gonna duplicate it. You can copy paste or you can click here, duplicate. And we are going to mirror it. Flip horizontally. We're gonna select it here and then we're gonna flip horizontal. Now we have the top and we have the front and the back of our topper. And it looks beautiful. And you can cut them both in the same color, or you can cut them in different colors. If you have a party that has multiple colors or decorations, you can combine them. I think it would look really pretty. I like using two colors. Actually, I'm gonna be showing examples of both of them at the end of this video, but let's do them in different colors. I'm gonna be using some sort of flower pattern paper that is pinkish and bluish and purple. I don't know. Let me just select a pink here. Now we have it. Now I'm gonna make sure the size of our cake topper is good. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, and you can do this before you duplicate it. I forgot to do it, but I'm gonna make this big. The length of the cake topper. I'm gonna make it around 7.5 inches. In this one too, I'm gonna do this one the same width, 7.5 inches. Since they're both the same image, they're just flipped. Both of them are the same size, 7.5 by 4.45. Let me confirm here. Yes. You always want the front and the back side of your project for this cake topper to be the same one, because if it's not, well, guess what? They won't glue together and there will be spaces in between. So make sure they are both the same. Now let's just click on Make It and let's cut this project. When you click on Make It, these are the two mats we have. The background for the background is a pink color, and then for the front side, it's the blue color. I'm gonna show you the materials we're gonna be using, and then we're just going to cut our project. The materials we're gonna be using for this project are very simple. Blue glitter cardstock. I really like this paper a lot. It's really beautiful. Also a pattern paper. It has tons of flowers and kind of, it's a little bit reflective in some spaces, and it's really cute. And for the holder of our cake topper, we're gonna be using these lollipop sticks. I got them on Michael's actually, and they work. They do a really good job actually. You can also get them on Amazon. I didn't see this brand there, but come on, they're just sticks. Anything will work, for real, even a piece of wood or something. To secure our project to the mat, our faithful brayer, because I love this tool to clean our mat, the scraper and also a nice high quality glue. Please don't go cheap on glue, because your projects will look like a kindergartner made them. So buy a really good glue. And for blades, we're gonna be using the fine point blade because these are very thin materials. So let's just start cutting. Cricut is telling me to cut the pink mat first. So let's just do it. Here, I have still like little bits of, like a little bit of glitter here. Let me just get it out. Perfect. Now I'm gonna place. Gosh, I love this. I love the brayer. If there is a tool you need to have, is the brayer. The brayer is amazing. Please get one today. Today I'm gonna be using my Cricut Maker. Let me just open it and let me turn it on. I'm gonna feed it now. And then this material is like a light cardstock. Let's see here. Let's pick cardstock for intricate cuts. And I already have my fine point blade installed. I'm gonna load the mat, and I'm also gonna be pressing fast mode in Cricut Design Space. If you have an Explorer Air 2 or a Maker, you can do that. And then now let's click on the Flash and Go button. Let's have our machine cut. Cricut just finished cutting both the front side of the cake topper and the back side. Let me get them closer to you so you can see them better. Aren't they so pretty? I'm telling you, take your time picking good colors that match. That will totally make your project. And now we are going to glue it. So let's just turn it around. I don't like adding glue all over the place, mainly just like the corners and places where I know it can, you know, that it won't be stable. It would take forever to add glue on every single part. Perfect, let me show you. And then when you tilt it, it's gonna be the beautiful background color. So if someone looks in the back of your cake, they're gonna be, oh wow, that's pretty. Now let's just add the cake topper stick. You wanna add it in the middle, although sometimes if your cake topper is too big and is not as stable, you can also add two. Try to place them in a part where you cannot see them when the cake topper is looking on, you know, on the cake. You don't want to see that stick in the middle of your design. So this one works perfect. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue here. And I'm gonna let this dry. It seriously just takes about a minute or two. It is so pretty. Now let's just let it dry. This is the cake topper that we just did today. So pretty. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Now let's set it aside. This is the one that I did. Here's another one, like using a different color, purple, and then this is a different background. This is the one I did on my website. Now look at this one. Isn't this so beautiful? Look at that. It says love and it's so beautiful. And I use slice to create this sort of embellishment to add extra life to the cake topper. And then when you flip it, it still has beautiful color. This one, I made it with a Cricut Access image, and I use glue to add glitter to the U and the heart. Next time I would make sure I would even out the glue a little bit better. I didn't do it, so that's why it looks patchy, but it's still really pretty. And then look at on the back. Beautiful. I mean, no matter where you look this from, it's always gonna look so pretty. Look at this one, for instance. This one is the yay. Look at the kind of like the outline is a really beautiful paper with flowers, and then there has some glitter for the word, and it's just, it amazes me how paper can truly make the difference. And on the background, look at this paper, is just adorable. I love it so much. Now look at this one. This is a wedding cake topper. So pretty. And then I also put it on the other side. Look at that. Do you see how stable it is? Let me put my hand here so you can see better. The colors in the background don't help. This is another Cricut image. And it says ever after, and it's more cute cake toppers. And this paper is sort of a embossed paper, and it's really pretty. This one is glitter cardstock. You'll always see me working with glitter cardstock pretty much. Let me show it. So pretty, don't you think? I mean, for a cake, wedding cake. You have to excuse me about my English. It's not the best one. Look at this one. It's a girl cake topper, and it's perfect for a baby shower. And for this cake topper, I used metallic poster board. And this is a very thick material, and it was coated on the front and on the back. So I didn't have to cut a backside for this cake topper. It looks perfect. So if you just want to cut once, make sure that you pick strong materials like poster board and that are coated on both sides. Now look at this one. This one I just used the front. I didn't cut the front. And do you see how whimsical? I mean, it's kind of like, not that strong. And because of the design, I also had to use 2 sticks for this one. I don't know if you can see well. Perfect. But it's pretty, don't you think? And then let me turn it outside. Do you see that it doesn't look as pretty because of the white? So yes, make sure you use 2 sides or very strong materials, but I love it. And this one is using the numbers. It's simple but elegant. Isn't it pretty? For a 1. Now, last but not least, let me show you this beauty. Oh my gosh, isn't it so beautiful? Merry Christmas! And then on the back, since this was green on the back too, I just didn't do another one. But I really like how it looks. Don't you think it looks awesome? And also I have this one for download too. But if you don't like it with the background, you can also do it just with the color. I mean with the text, and hide the background layer. Let me move this so you can see better. It is so pretty. Don't you think? I love it. Anyway, that's all for the day. Let's wrap up this video and see you in a second. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed making this cake topper with me today. If you liked this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. It really helps me, and I'm trying to grow this channel, so I'm watching you. Okay, I'm not watching you, but please subscribe. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.